Fain would they put out the light of Allah with their mouths, but Allah disdaineth aught, save that He shall perfect His light, however much the disbelievers are averse.
Well, Allah, some Muslims are the ones who are too ashamed of your words, that they are very busy putting pressure on YouTube to delete videos containing your light. No, Allah, this unbeliever, like Dr. Warner, Christian Prince, and many others, is not too shy to show the world what you call your light. You see, Allah, your light is just useful like a candle burning in bright daylight. It is being outshone by a better and stronger light.
Picking apart a few things. It's so funny. This guy's telling me all day. Has been telling me for several days now how unworthy and unimportant I am, and how he cannot waste his time with me. He has more important things to do. He's right here in the comment section. He's right here spamming the live chat. He's watching our stream here, making the dumbest, most childish comments that I've seen in my live chat so far. It's really incredible how much you are embarrassing yourself, dear Mohammed Hijab. I really. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say it's kind of funny because over on my channel, me and Sam Shamoon, we had Muhammad Week. We said any Muslim, one or two Muslims at a time who wants to call in and join us live, we will give you time to make a case for your prophet, for why people should believe that you are a prophet, that Muhammad's a prophet, and that we would then have a friendly discussion about your reasons. And all the Muslims are saying, Mohammed Hijab will destroy you. Ali Dawah will destroy you. These guys just never call in. And it's the same Adnan Rashid. And it's funny because Adnan Rashid and Fareed Responds and all these guys, they have all the time in the world to make videos about us. But when we invite them on live, hey, you can talk to our entire viewership. They don't want to come near it. They don't want to come anywhere near it. And it's to defend their prophet. And guys, I'm sure you're not shocked to find out, but it is difficult to find Muslims who are actually willing to defend their prophet. They want all of those topics off limit. They don't want to come near defending their prophet. And so
let me tell you something. Speaking of Ali Dawah, Mohammed Hijab is right now doing exactly what Ali Dawah did. He's doing exactly that in different ways, but he's kind of doing what he did. Ali Dawah, several months ago, maybe half a year ago, maybe more, I don't know. I've completely lost my perception of time since then, dealing with these people. He asked me, he said, hey, I will destroy you, you boy. I don't even know what that means.
I will smashed.
I will destroy you. I will destroy you. This and that.
Will get smashed.
Come here, face me. Be a man, face me. And I said, yeah, Khabib. And I said, okay, Ali Dawah, I will face you. Let's have a debate. Let's meet up. Either here in America or somewhere else, I don't know. Let's meet up and have a debate. Suddenly, Ali Dawah disappeared and started making excuses, started insulting me, started making completely weird statements about me and my private life that he thought I was engaged in. I don't know. He turned it around like that. He challenged me first. I said, okay, let's have a debate. And then he suddenly chickened out, started insulting me, went away. Mohammed Hijab said half a year ago, I will destroy you. You're a cockroach. Your followers are sheep. You are, I don't know, a boy. You're finished. I will destroy you like Khabib. And I said, I came out. I said, okay, fine. Let's
like Khabib. Did you actually say like Khabib, or did you add that? Because
he made some MMA references, like when we lock eyes, you will crap your pants, and you don't have the muscles. You're not physically ready. What has physically ready to do with debating Islam? You moron. Anyway, so I agreed to have a debate with this guy. And he made excuse after excuse after excuse to chicken out and go away. I really want to repeat one thing here. I challenged Mohammed Hijab. Am I centered? I don't even know. I challenged Mohammed Hijab 2 days ago. I challenged him actually 1 month ago. I challenged him 2 weeks ago. And I challenged him 2 days ago. 3 times. I want to make it clear again. Despite the horrible, idiotic, childish behavior that he has been, presenting, that everyone can clearly observe here, right down here in our live chat comment section, which he doesn't want to attend, of course, because he has more important things to do, because he's the great Mohammed Hijab. I challenged him before. I challenged him 3 times. I want to challenge him again, despite everything that he has done, just because I want this debate to happen. I want to debate Mohammed Hijab as we have agreed over the last few days in an online debate. I want to have an online debate with Mohammed Hijab. I want to sit down. I want to have a good moderator, modern day debate. The guy is a very great moderator, is very neutral, very kind guy. Has a good channel where many great debates are being held. David Wood was also there and had a debate. Matt Delahanty is there having a debate, and so on. I want to have a debate with Mohammed Hijab right there. Mohammed Hijab's only condition, explicitly said by him several times, his only condition is that he will be allowed to personally attack me. He wants freedom of speech because he hates me and he cannot hold himself back. He needs to attack me. I grant him that permission. It's fine. You can attack me. You can personally attack me. You can insult me. Whatever you want. If that's your nature, if that's who you are, and we all, I guess we know that by now, then do that. No problem at all. But sit down with me and have a debate about whether Islam is the truth. You know very well, I told you from the very beginning that this was going to be an online debate. If you want to accept it right now. Right now. If you don't want to accept it and keep going on about, oh no, meet me face to face and this and that, then get out and be known as a coward. And you should know that within the following days, I will break this down. I will document each step of your behavior, of all your approaches, of all the different ways that you have tried to evade this simple debate. And I will make a nice video, put it out there and show to the entire world, including to your own audience, what a giant coward you are, Mohammed Hijab. Here's a final chance for you.
Yeah. So think about this. One, he's saying, you're not worth the time, and he's too busy and stuff like that. But he hangs out in the chat while you're live streaming. He probably hangs out in all your chats.
Yeah, he's probably always there.
Just finally couldn't control himself and commented. But think about this. So he's either pulling a Zakir Naik move, right, where he knows you don't want to, travel somewhere and set up a debate in person. But notice, I mean, if you're saying you're not worth it, you're not that important, well, that would make more sense for an online debate, right? Because then, hey, it's easy. We don't have to travel. If I'm not that important, then obviously we should just have a quick online debate, no problem. So why would you want to make a big event out of it? But 2, notice, I pointed out earlier that Hijab is always looking for some advantage, and so what I would guess is that like Zakir Naik, he wants to stack the audience with Muslims who are going to cheer for everything he says, even if he says something that completely agrees with you, even if he just repeats what you just said. The audience will cheer for it, right? I know Christians from India. They say when Zakir Naik does an event, they said when he's doing an event in English, they said that the audience will be stacked with Indian Muslims who do not even speak English. Mm-hmm. They're just trained. When everyone else starts cheering, then cheer like crazy. Or when he raises his voice in a certain way, start cheering like crazy. So you have thousands of Muslims in an audience mindlessly cheering for things they do not understand, in order to give the impression that he's saying really awesome stuff. I would guess Hijab is trying to pull a stunt like that. You can't do it online. If it's one-on-one and then a moderator online, you can't get that crowd into it mindlessly cheering for every dumb thing you say.
I explicitly planned this. I very clearly planned this. I think it is quite obvious how I planned it this way and how I presented my conditions. I know exactly what Mohammed Hijab does. He goes out there. He goes with his little gang. He builds a stage where his guys are present. His little guys are present. Where he has the footage. He streams it to his channel. He controls the debate title, the description, the comment section. I mean, just look at the comment section of the debates that he has. The comments are so restricted. Negative comments are not allowed, and he has to approve every comment that comes in, and he only approves comments that are in favor of Islam. That's how he conducts his debates. You can see that very clearly.
The other comments get abrogated.
Yeah,
like his discussion with Yasser Qadi.
So Mohammed Hijab manipulates public opinion whenever he has an encounter with somebody else who challenges him. he also does this typical thing where he wants to act like an MMA fighter and stand in front of a crowd, have a bunch of Muslims there, and just have these childish exchanges with them, like ask them to raise their voice and to applaud him, and do all these weird things. Just look into the room for validation, because he has nothing in his head and he has no confidence, and his faith is a bunch of garbage. That's why I very clearly designed this and said, it's going to be an online debate. You will come out of your comfort zone. You will be there in a room where you're not in your typical environment. We will have a neutral moderator so that we are both in the same conditions. We are both in the same fair conditions. We will have rules. It will be online, and you will not be able to have any possession of the debate footage. The debate footage will be exclusively owned by a third-party platform. I clearly designed all of this exactly because of his past disgusting behavior. And
no,
he didn't do it.
You filthy kafir. Let me tell you what the rules are going to be. We're going to meet in person, and the moderator is going to be Muslim, and you have to agree to a bunch of rules, which I'm not going to follow at all. I'm going to break everything we agree to, but you have to stick to it. I want the room stacked with Muslims who are going to cheer for anything I say, and then I get the footage, and then I'm going to delete all comments that are critical of me in any way. Those are the rules. That's what we call a fair debate in Islam. And if you do not agree to it, you're a coward. You're a coward. You're scared. You're scared to meet me in person. You're scared.
He's scared of me. I destroy him.
You're scared. You get smashed like my boy Khabib did.
Khabib, what's some MMA? I was already. I was getting ready. I was getting into the mood. Like, he finally told me that he has accepted my conditions. He's going to have a debate with me. I was putting some MMA videos in line. I was trying to go to the gym. I was going to hit the gym to get my muscles here in shape. I was trying to find out more about the story of Khabib and how he defeats his enemies, his opponents, how he smashes and destroys them. I was really preparing here, but unfortunately,
I did want to say though that the reason it is so awesome to do what we do right now, the reason this is so fun is that the other thing, I talked about things I planned in 2004, 2005, 2006, 2007, these times, when I'm thinking, hey, what needs to change and what needs to get done. And, for years, I don't say this stuff in public because you don't want to know your plans. But I've come to realize that, massive portions of the Muslim community, they sort of can't stop themselves, right? They can't say, oh, David said this, therefore we'll do something else. So I could pretty much say exactly what I'm thinking. There's nothing they can do about it. They're sort of locked into their approach. But the idea is, my goal, when I thought of what is like the dream situation, if you really want to do damage to Islam, if you want to see Islam, the ideology, crumble in our lifetimes, what do we need? And I just thought, well, Islam is really personality and authority based. I'm sure you've experienced this probably tens of thousands of times, AP, where you can give an argument, they don't respond to the argument, they attack you, right? So it's So it's I lay out my argument, and then you can't trust David, he doesn't speak Arabic. You can't trust Apostate Pophet, he was not a real Muslim before, right? It doesn't matter, right? It's to discredit the person. It's like, wait a minute. If I lay out an argument, if I say all men are mortal, Socrates is a man, therefore Socrates is mortal, that argument stands or falls on its own merit. It doesn't matter who it's coming from, right? I'm irrelevant. Exactly. That could be coming from a man, could be coming from a woman, could be coming from an atheist, could be coming from a Christian, could be coming from a Muslim. The source doesn't matter. It's whether the argument is good or bad. In Islam, the main goal of their apologetics is to discredit the person who's giving the argument, in order to convince Muslims that you should not listen to the argument, in which case you do not have to examine the argument or respond to the argument. So I basically recognized years ago, man, we could get into this dream situation, this perfect fantasy world situation. Like, you couldn't dream of a better situation than this if you want to really blast away at Islam. If we can get into a situation where we are blasting away constantly, endlessly, daily, we're blasting away at the foundations of Islam. We are discrediting Muhammad. We're discrediting the Quran. We're shattering the myths that their entire religion has been founded upon. If we can get into a situation where we've got our canons and we're constantly blasting away at the foundations of Islam, but Muslim apologists are so enraged at us, and their ideology somehow compels them to be authority and personality based, we'll get into a situation where they're blasting away at us, constantly attacking us, trying to discredit us. Meanwhile, we're blasting away at the foundations of their religion. If we can get into that situation, they're done. The ideology is done. It's a matter of time. The reason it's a matter of time is, at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, I'm inconsequential. AP is inconsequential, meaning we're not foundational to anything. You could say you like us and we do great work. That's not the same thing. There are other people who can come along and do great work. There's no one else who can come along and be Muhammad for Muslims. There's nothing else that can come along and be the Quran. If Muhammad and the Quran and the myths that they're founded upon are shattered, there's nothing else, right? So if we get into the situation where we're going after the foundations of their religion, but they can't stop attacking us personally, guess what? If we do massive damage to Muhammad and the Quran during our lifetimes, and by the end of our lives they convince us, oh, don't believe in them, they're jokes. Great, what have you done? We weren't relevant. We weren't relevant to anything. There is no ideology that depends on us, right? Islam depends on Muhammad and the Quran. So if we're discrediting Muhammad and the Quran and you're discrediting us, you lose. You lose. Yep, you're going to lose, and it's a matter of time. So I've been thinking about that, getting into that situation, and then I look, and then there's like 40 Muslim channels that are all dedicated to attacking my videos and attacking me. And meanwhile, I'm blasting away at Muhammad and the Quran constantly, and they're attacking me. And I'm like, do you not realize you've already lost? Done. You're done. We're locked in. Might be 3 years, might be 30 years, but you've already lost this one.
Amazing. Yeah. Amazing. That is one of the, that's kind of in the direction of why I wanted to have this debate with Mohammed Hijab. This is, the topic is very clear. If you look at the history of Mohammed Hijab having debates with people, he never, ever debates Islam itself. He never debates the truth and the theology of Islam itself. He debates about morality, which you can debate about forever. It will not do a thing. He debates about other ideologies. None of that will do a thing. I want to stand there with this guy and just debate about Islam itself. The core, the foundation of everything that he believes in and that his followers believe in. I knew exactly that he would never accept this debate, unless maybe he will be pushed enough that he won't want to be a coward, won't want to be called a coward anymore, and will probably maybe eventually accept the debate, which will be a huge mistake for him. But I knew exactly that he would do everything to run away from this. I will still publish a video about what a giant coward he is, because he has demonstrated it so badly and he has been a disgusting individual. But please, everybody, let's have this debate. Let's have this conversation. Let Mohammed Hijab defend Islam itself directly, and let him explain whether Islam is the truth or not. I'm not even being arrogant. I'm not trusting myself here. I'm not making myself this big guy. I'm not caring about defeating somebody or smashing somebody. I don't care about that childish nonsense. That's not what I am. That's what these people are about. I just want to sit there and have a genuine conversation between these two people, me and him, about whether Islam is the truth or not. Very simple, nothing else. I know he does exactly what you were just saying. He doesn't even come after my intellect or my education. He targets my body, my muscles, my fighting abilities, my fitness. What the hell? What are you talking about?
You could not stand up to Khabib. Khabib would smash you, boy.
This
is the power of Al-Islam.
Al-Islam.
I love this. It's funny. It's funny we're sitting here making fun of it, but I'm sitting here thinking I love this dude, man. I could not. If using my limited creative abilities, if you had said, David, design the perfect representative of Islam that you want for the future, I could have come up with like 85 to 90% of Hijab, but he's better. He's better than I could have dreamed of. I wouldn't have dreamed of the like 6'8". It wouldn't have entered my mind. I wouldn't, because there just aren't a lot of people like that. So yeah, I was just, he's just, wow, what a, this is awesome. This is awesome stuff. Oh yeah. Check this out. So I got this video clip.
Well, by the way, I have to say something. Don't forget what you're saying. The stream was called Muhammad's wicked morality, but we have spent an hour talking about Mohammed Hijab's cowardice instead. So I changed the topic. I changed the topic and made it Mohammed Hijab's cowardice. I'm very sorry about that.
Yeah, you can always change the topic afterwards so that people who are clicking on it know what they're going to do. I do that all the time. Change the topic after we find out what we're actually. Sometimes topics change, but hijab. So in our debate, when I said, "Hey, look, according to Quran, Allah prays for Muhammad," Hijab got up. This is a career-ending mistake for David Wood. He doesn't know Arabic. Let me show you. It's not Allah. It's Allah prays for Muhammad, not to Muhammad. And the crowd burst into cheers. Right? Said exactly what I said. Allah prays for Muhammad. Right? Now check this out. Now, obviously, after the debate, he caught some flack over that, and people were asking about it. I got a video of him talking to Hatun Tash. And notice, I can make a video about this right now. I talked about it on a live stream way back in the day, but I can make a video out of this to really show this guy's character because I don't remember what it was. A week or two later, he was at Speaker's Corner, and Hatun Tash asked him, "Well, why did you say that Allah prays for Muhammad? You admitted that Allah prays for Muhammad." He said, "No, I didn't. No, I never said it. And then so she starts looking for the video clip. She starts looking for the video clip of him saying it. And then, paraphrasing here, we could find the clip to I still got it on my computer, but we could actually look at what he said. But think about this, ladies and gentlemen. He's talking to Hatun Tash, and then he responds to Hatun Tash. He goes, "Oh, I get it. You don't speak English very well, so you're confused. You think I said Prays, praise, he prays, when I said Praise, praise. See, that's your problem. You don't know English." And then, of course, his fans, his little crowd at Speaker's Corner all cheering. And I'm sitting there looking at that going, wait a minute. There is no way that's what he said, right? You don't say Allah prays for Muhammad and Praise. It doesn't make any sense. He would be the one who doesn't speak English there if that's what you were saying. But he knows that he's talking to Hatun. English is her second language. But notice the parallel, right? When he's talking to me, he agrees with me completely, lies about what I said, and then, it's because David doesn't speak Arabic, and his fans cheer. Then he's talking to Hatun. He does the exact same thing, except he lies about what he said, and then attacks her English ability. And then his fans love it. Yay! Muhammad destroyed her. And I'm like, this is your champion, Muslims? A guy whose primary tactic is lying and then attacking your language ability and then getting a crowd who can't follow anything that was said but are going to mindlessly cheer for it. This is the champion. And we discussed that in a live stream back then, and it was shortly after that was shortly after the debate, but it was shortly after that I realized I'm actually going to stop going after this guy because I want this guy to blow up in popularity for a while. Let him blow up for 5 or 10 years, become bigger than Zakir Naik, and then they will have this the great ape of apologetics here. With Ali Dawa, his biggly. You're probably too. Are you too young to know what that means?
Biggly, what?
You don't know what that means?
No.
There's a cartoon way back in the day with Great Ape. That's not an insult. He was just this giant. He was just this giant, 40 foot tall. And then he was so big that he would skateboard on a van. Uh-huh. And then his buddy was Biggly. And so in my generation, you called any really giant person, you just called him Great Ape. Like, hey, Great Ape. And so that's what comes to mind when it's a job. But my goodness, right? This is the method. And guess what? Here's what's amazing. They love it. His fans love it.
I know.
You could sit 1,000 of his fans down, line them all up, and say, "Okay, I said this. He said the same thing. Made up something that I didn't say. Then agreed with what I said. Then claimed to destroy me on language. Then, in case you thought that was an accident, in case you thought no, maybe he just slipped, he wasn't paying attention or something, it was an accident. He then goes somewhere else in a completely different part of the world with a woman." Does the same thing, lies about what was said, then attacks her language ability, then gets all his fans to cheer. Do you guys have any problem with that? They don't. As long as it sounds like, as long as you give the impression of victory, as long as you are thumping your chest, as long as you're doing that, they love you. And so this is why I say, man, you cannot have I challenge every one of you out there. Show me a representative of Islam who should be a Muslim apologist, who should be representing Islam in debates. Show me someone who would be a better reflection of the true heart and spirit of Islam than this guy who just told AP to go kill himself. Who's better? There is no one. It's the total package. Deception, aggression, all of this stuff. Gosh, man. I said at one point, at some point, like probably over a year ago, I said, man, if I didn't actually want my money to be used for dawah, I would actually fund these guys. I would bankroll them to take over the Islamic apologetics world, because that's recently what happened
with this guy that was over at my channel for a discussion, Daniel Hikikachu. I invited him here. He made a complete idiot of himself. He said the most horrible things. His logic was so incredibly awful. He really departed from here, sent people over who clearly have Muslim YouTube accounts who come here and say stuff like, I'm not a Muslim, but I have to agree with Daniel Hikikachu here. And they go around insulting me for days, slandering me for days, making stupid little cut videos. And the people on my channel are just all saying the same thing. This guy, Daniel Hikikachu, has done more damage to Islam than you did in 2 years. That's what they're telling me. Yeah. That's what these people are doing. But you know what Mohammed Hijab reminds me of? People like him. When I was in high school. Sorry, I don't want to be that guy right now. I don't want to sound like a nerd. But I don't
think you can help that, AP. No turning back on that one now.
When I was in high school, I thought, there was like, there are groups in high school. In a classroom, there are certain groups of people. And I would sit there and I would try to, study through my stuff, still have these conversations with people. And then there is this group in the corner of the room of these completely mindless, idiotic people. They have one leader who is who is doing all the talking because he's the only person who is remotely intelligent, and he has no clue of anything that is going on, in the world. But he's just trying to impress his little people in the back by saying these tough things, by saying these cool things, by trying to bully people, by trying to make completely idiotic remarks about the world and about everybody else. And those people behind him just cheer for him and just applaud him, like, yeah, that's right, yeah, you're my guy, bro. And everyone wants to hang out with him. That is exactly the mentality of Mohammed Hijab. I thought these guys were idiots when I was in high school. And I see Mohammed Hijab, he completely reminds me of just those people. I don't see a difference. I kind of understand it when you do stuff like that when you're 16 years old, Mm-hmm. If you do stuff like that when you're 16 years old. But we have a guy here who's like, I don't know how old he is. He's like close to his 40s or something, and he's still acting like a complete little moron. And I know you're a Christian, David. I don't want to get into these things, but I bet you are seeing what he sees, what Mohammed Hijab is currently saying in the comment section.
Last comment I saw, he was saying, I should give you a golden shower or something like that. Yeah, just in case everyone is not familiar. So earlier he told the Apostate Prophet to kill himself, and now he's saying that I should urinate on the Apostate Prophet. Now, for
sexual pleasure, by the way.
So this is Europhiliac.
This is your representative, dear Muslims. Yeah. This is the guy that you are all proud of.
And here's what's interesting, right? There are tons of Muslims out there who would be horrified at this, saying, "Whoa, that." And there are other Muslims who, yes, tell them to give them golden showers. Just like, you smashed him. Your boy got smashed. Right? There are people like that, but guess what? When you go back to the Muslim sources and you ask who's a better representative of Islam here, what did Muhammad say? If anyone brags about his lineage, tell him to go bite his father's penis and do not use a euphemism. That is a quote from Muhammad. What did Abu Bakr say? In the presence of Muhammad, when they had one of the unbelievers here, he said, go suck Allah's clitoris. Yep. Go perform oral sex on your goddess. That's how these guys talk. So when you see someone like Hijab, golden shower, me Hijab, right? That's exactly what Muhammad and his companions were like. Exactly, right? That's exactly what they were like.
Mohammed
And
Hijab
so-
is supposed to be this morally amazing representative of the Muslim community who fights against the Islamophobes because he represents Islam, which is of course in possession of this amazingly great morality. Here's a series of four or five screenshots that I have just taken from all the stuff that he has said in the comment section. Number one. Mohammed Hijab said, "Get on your knees for David Wood." This is your Muslim apologist to Muslims. Number two, David Wood can give you a golden shower. He is very familiar with that term. He said, "Go ahead and give David Wood what he wants." He's of course implying again something sexual. Get on your knees for your master, boy. That's what he also said. He's still going on. This is just the stuff that I got so far. He's really. I wanted to talk about the wicked morality of Muhammad here in this live conversation.
You're done, dude. You got it. You got everything you need.
I have the wicked morality and the cowardice of Muhammad from the 21st century, of Mohammed Hijab right here. It's right there. And all inspired by Muhammad, by the holy prophet, by the amazingly moral prophet Muhammad. This is what you people are.
And it's funny because he can't even come back later and say that's not him because it's got the check mark by his name on the screenshots. Yeah.
It's got the check
Wow.
mark. And you can go on his profile. You
make
land directly on
endless
his channel.
You can make endless videos. Again, I'm gonna let him slide for a while longer because this dude is too useful. Dude is too useful to what we do. He's basically amplifying it, right? He's amplifying everything we want. We say, hey guys, the Quran's been changed. The Quran's been altered. We try for years, and all of a sudden, Mohammed Hijab, in an hour-and-a-half interview, completely just destroys the faith of Muslims in the Quran, right? Yeah. I've been trying for years to do that. He did it without even trying. That's how awesome this guy is. That's our new champion, man.
Mohammed Hijab with his check mark that he got from dear YouTube by telling people that people should be executed for leaving Islam, is now here crying and telling people to take a golden shower and to give each other oral sex.
Hey, Pete, think about it. We can't get check marks, right?
Yeah, see, I can't get a check mark. Yeah.
Yeah. YouTube's like, no, David, an apostate prophet, you can't get check marks because you criticize Islam. We'll give a check mark to the guy talking about getting on your knees and getting a golden shower here because he's the guy we like at YouTube.
Yeah. I want to call him Muhammad Golden Shower Hijab from now on. That's what I want Mohammed Hijab to be from now on. Mohammed Golden Shower Hijab. That's what Mohammed Hijab. That's stuff that I don't say. I'm supposed to be the guy who has no morals by his as he says it, who has no standards, no morals, nothing to stand on because I'm an atheist, and he's supposed to be the morally superior guy. I would never go out there and say, hey, you should give each other a golden showers.
Yeah. I mean, for real, we blast away at Muhammad, but we don't have to make stuff up and because it's all there, right? We can go around saying, hey, why don't you go follow someone who's covered in semen? We don't have to make that stuff up, right? They do that, right? So it's it would never occur to me to talk like that anyway. Here's the thing, AP. If I were to go around talking to Muslims like that, I would be called out endlessly by Christians. I would have thousands of messages from Christians the next day condemning me, saying, how dare you say that? You're a horrible representative. And here you have the new champion, the Khabib of Islamic apologetics here. Golden showers. Get on your knees for him. Go kill yourself. And Muslims love it, man. They love it. Not all. You have a different kind of Muslim out there, but the ones who actually have absorbed the spirit of their ideology, perfect. You can't get better. You can't get any better. Show me. I challenge 1.6 billion Muslims, ladies and gentlemen. Show me one person in the world who deserves to take the reins of Islamic apologetics more than this guy.
I have to say, there are definitely Muslims who will appear here in the comment section or after this live chat who will go out and say, hey, I completely disagree with what Mohammed Hijab has said. He has acted disgustingly. This is not how we act. There will be Muslims who will go out and say that. I have no doubt about that. Although I have to say, I suspect that most Muslims who say that they don't agree with Mohammed Hijab's approach will also say, but Apostate Prophet deserves this and this and this and that and that and that. But of course, I grant it. There will be Muslims who will go out there and say, I really don't agree with Mohammed Hijab's very immoral and disgusting behavior. But here we are. We have currently the biggest representative that these young Muslims are so proud of, the biggest Muslim apologist that these people are so proud of. He's telling us to take golden showers. By the way, to all the viewers, to everyone who's in the comment section, please let me know how you like the idea of having a poster back there of Mohammed Golden Shower Hijab. That would be a fantastic thing for my background. Tell me what you think.
AP, and I mean, think about this, right? This is the guy. This is the guy who's being put. He's being put forward by Zakir Naik, right?
Yeah.
Zakir Naik's calling him, right? And then you've got Yasser Qadi going on shows with him. You've got all these Muslims going on shows, and he's over here, golden showers. I mean, see, I told you I'm not interested in going after Mohammed Hijab except for in a fun way. But right now, Muslims are locked in. They've got nowhere else to go. They're going to Mohammed Hijab. He's going to become your champion. It doesn't matter what he says, and he's proving it right now, right? So I'm not interested in going after him, but you could in theory use this against Zakir Naik and as more problems with Yasser Qadi, right? Say, Zakir Naik's new champion talks about, and then you've got, the golden showers and stuff, and say, this is the guy that Zakir Naik is championing and telling to go out and represent Islam. Wow. Now we're understanding a lot about Zakir Naik and what he really thinks.
Yeah. This is so funny. You see the giant hypocrisy, the giant moral hypocrisy on these people's parts. It's so amazing.
No, it goes into them just living these complete double lives, right? I mean, imagine when I debated him, he's apart from the issue of him violating every agreement that he made. And again, they weren't agreements. They weren't my ideas. These are things that the Muslims said, you have to agree to these things. So we agree to them. He breaks all of them. Spends every time he gets to speak, he insults me, which I normally wouldn't care. I wouldn't care at all. I get insulted all day, every day. I'm kind of used to it, right? But then when one of the times he was speaking, he goes, and we don't insult their gods. I'm thinking, what? That's all you guys do. That's all you guys literally spend all day, every day attacking the Trinity and the deity of Christ. And so, but they want it both ways. They want, hey, you see, we don't insult other people's religions when that's all they do. That's all the Quran does. But they want the Quran
mocks their gods.
They want the reputation of someone who would be so tolerant that he wouldn't criticize another person's beliefs about God, and yet they still want to mock people's beliefs, right? So they want it both ways. But it's the same thing with morality, right? We want to be the noble pillars of morality, and yet we want to be insulting people in a way that you would not expect this from the lowest of the low, right? I mean, the worst, nastiest insults you can come up with, these are put forward by the champion. Watch him after this. If he catches flack over it, if it actually gets back to Zakir Naik and Yasser Qadi and stuff, you're going to say, oh, my account was hacked. It was not me. Someone hacked my account and posted those comments.
No, you know what? To be very honest, David, Mohammed Hijab can say the worst things that come to his disgusting mind. He can say the worst things. He's still going on, by the way. People should take screenshots of these.
All of that stuff,
Everybody, you should screenshot these things and spread them everywhere. This is what Mohammed Hijab is. But Mohammed Hijab could say the most filthy things that come to his mind and the worst things that come to his mind. And these things could really be issues that the great Muslim apologists, the Muslim scholars, and most Muslims in the Muslim community disagree with. He could do the filthiest, most disgusting things. All it would do is that an Islamic scholar would sit down with him and would say, hey, you shouldn't have done that. And Mohammed Hijab will say, yeah, I might have overreacted. And that's it. That's all there is to it. And then Mohammed Hijab will continue representing Islam with his perfectly sublime manners and morals. That's exactly what will happen.
He will continue destroying Islam without even realizing it. Same thing with your buddy Daniel. What's his last name? Pikachu.
Pikachu.
Daniel.
Pikachu.
Yeah, I've only watched one of his videos, but it was very interesting. Someone sent it to me and said, "David, could you comment on this because this is amazing stuff here."
There's very good material. You should actually do that.
It's him complaining about how LGBTQ is infiltrating the Muslim community and all the steps they used to do it. But it was like every step he gives is exactly something that Muslims do, right? So like everything he said. So you have to label anyone who disagrees with you as hate mongers, and that's what the LGBTQ is doing. Like, what? That's exactly what you guys do, right? Every single thing he complains about the LGBTQ community is something that has been part of the campaign about everything is Islamophobia campaign, since the 1990s. But yeah, along the same lines, right? That these guys, they have their fans. And this is why they'll continue on this path. They have a band of very vocal, aggressive supporters who cheer them on. And since these people cheer them on, they're constantly hearing these cheers. Yes, continue at it. Yes, continue telling these men to take their golden showers. Yes. They're cheering them on, and so they're doing it, and they're not realizing that now they're exposing Islam to the rest of the world. The rest of the world is looking at that and going, whoa, I had a Muslim neighbor, and my Muslim neighbor was like the nicest, most generous guy I've ever met in my life. So I was thinking that represents Islam. But you're telling me these guys are actually the representatives of Islam? Oh, my goodness. I've changed my mind about Islam. I need to look into this. Let me look up some videos. Oh, Apostate Prophet. Let me check out this guy's channel.
Yeah. So you're doing us all a great favor. Thank you so much, dear Mohammed Hijab. You are doing us a fantastic, great favor. This is actually much better than my initial request and what I wanted from you. I wanted a debate from you where you could fairly represent your Islamic ideas and beliefs, which you have run from like the big coward that you are. But now you are doing us this favor. Now you are showing this face to everybody, and all those people who will encounter Mohammed Hijab and associate everything that they have seen tonight with your name will be like, wait, this is the big representative of Islam? This is the guy that everyone tells me to watch? This is the guy that everyone says defeats the critics of Islam? This is the guy that I should trust? Someone who goes around and says, oh, give him a golden shower, give him a golden shower, give him a golden shower, go on your knees. That's the guy that I should trust? This is the guy I should leave.
I don't have time. I don't have time to do an online debate with you, but I can spend an hour and a half talking about golden showers. I mean, the level of thinking here's what's amazing, right? I need to get screenshots of all this because, again, gosh, I do not want to criticize him, but I do want to expose Islam and expose Islam for producing this. But the comments I get from Mohammed Hijab fans, they're just like this. They're just like he is, right? Yeah. The comments I get from Mohammed Hijab fans, I'll give this brilliant argument in a video. I'll give this awesome, epic, brilliant argument defending some point. And Mohammed Hijab fans will come in there and go, you're posting this after Mohammed Hijab held you down and anally raped you for 3 hours? Right? And it's like, this is how you guys respond. This is how you respond to arguments and stuff, right? And then you look at who their champion is. So if you kind of put all this together, if you put these together and the kind of comments that you get from Mohammed Hijab fans, and then you put out there that this is a guy that, Yasser Qadi wants to work with until, Hijab ended his career. But then, Zakir Naik is promoting and so on. You can make some powerful points about Muhammad and Islam, especially if you tie it to a lot of the things that Muhammad and his companions said, because that was some nasty, disgusting stuff.
I just want to do this very quickly, David, just so that everyone else can quickly enjoy a brief preview of this stuff, just so that it is very bigly on the screen here. Bigly. Give me a second. Here, let me read this out for you. Mohammed Hijab, with a check mark that he deserved and got from YouTube, says, "Get on your knees for your master, boy." Mohammed Hijab says, "Go ahead and give David Wood what he wants. David Wood can give you a golden shower. Let him slap your face. Get on your knees for David Wood."
hey, Hijab, assuming that the white guy would be the master is frankly kind of racist. Yeah. I understand that where you come from, Muhammad was a white slave owner who bought, owned, sold, and traded black African slaves and so on. But you're kind of racist here, Hijab.
Yeah, that's really being very racist and disgusting of you, Mohammed Hijab. By the way,
And when it is said unto them, What hath your Lord revealed? They say, Mere fables of the men of old. And when it is said unto them, What hath your Lord revealed? They say, Mere fables of the men of old.